I cannot do this. I'm freaking so excited. I haven't been this excited for anything in like forever. You guys, I'm so freaking excited. Today is Wednesday, October 19th, and I just got It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. I'm being so dramatic, but I got it. I thought it would be sold out. Actually, here's what happened. So I pre-ordered it, right? I pre-ordered it like a month ago. And, you know, I'm expecting it to arrive. I got an email yesterday that says it's on back order. I walked my ass to Target. Actually, I drove my butt to Target and they had it in the check lanes. So I just bought it and I have another one on the way. I'm gonna give it to my boyfriend's sister because she's also a coho. She loves coho just like me. But basically today we have a reading vlog, and my boyfriend convinced me to make this reading vlog because he's like, everyone's gonna be wanting to read it, so you need to make a reading vlog. Today we have a reading vlog, which I'm so excited for because I've been waiting for this book for so freaking long, and I'm really excited. Also, if you haven't read these books, if you want to read these books, I definitely recommend them because they're so good. Actually, It Ends With Us is so good, and I can understand why it is a Booktok favorite. But I do want to put in a little disclaimer that I would say these books are for like 18 plus. If you are, you know, a little teenager, if you are a minor, I do not recommend these books because I feel like when you're a little bit younger, you're easily influenced. And I've been seeing a lot about how people think coho romanticizes toxic relationships, and I really don't think she does. I feel like if you're younger, I can see why you would be influenced and romanticize toxic relationships. So that's why I think you do need to be a little bit more mature to read these books. But if you've never read these books, I do want to give a brief synopsis. So It Ends With Us is basically about a girl, Lily. She recently moved to Boston and she meets this guy. He's like so handsome. He's so cute. He is a doctor. I think he was like a neurosurgeon. I don't know. He was like a doctor, which everybody knows that's like peak career goals. And they have a really cute relationship. Their relationship is like very fun. It's very spicy. It's going great until her ex-boyfriend from high school re-enters her life and things just start to have a downward spiral because her current boyfriend's now, you know, feeling jealousy towards her the ex-boyfriend. So that's kind of where like her relationship starts going bad and a lot of bad things happen. I hope this is not a spoiler. I feel like everyone has read this book before, but he starts becoming a little bit abusive. Actually, he's very abusive to Lily, and we just see how she navigates that. Definitely trigger warning is well needed, but I do love this book. This book made me cry so freaking much. And also, for It Starts With Us, we get to see Atlas and Lily's relationship and It Starts With Us, and I believe we get both point of views. I haven't even read the back yet because I've just been so freaking excited to get into it. But the back basically says, before it ends with us, it started with Atlas. Atlas is the ex-boyfriend. Lily and Ryle have settled into a civil co-parent rhythm with their daughter Emerson. Oh, that name's so cute. When Lily suddenly runs into Atlas nearly 2 years after they last spoke. Elated that the timing finally seems to be right and to give what they have together a real chance, Atlas asks Lily on a date. But Lily's excitement is almost immediately replaced by dread and anxiety when Lily remembers that Ryle, though no longer her husband, is still very much a part of her life. And though Ryle would dislike Lily dating anyone but him, Atlas Corrigan is the man he absolutely will not stand having in his ex-wife and daughter's life. Told from the perspectives of Lily and Atlas, It Starts With Us gives readers a deeper look into Atlas's past as he and Lily reconnect and rekindle their love, the love they shared as teenagers while navigating a volatile ex-husband who believes Atlas to be one of the reasons his marriage with Lily ended. Oh, because he isn't the reason? Girl. Girl, I'm so excited. Okay, we need to get to reading. I don't know about you guys, but I love reading in bed, even though I do fall asleep a lot, but I'm about to start, and apparently we get both Atlas and Lily's point of view, whereas I believe in It Ends With Us we only got Lily's point of view. I don't really remember, but we're about to get in. So I'm currently on chapter 2, and Lily has just spoken to Atlas, kind of where we left off in It Ends With Us, and she is now like back at her little flower shop, and she is kind of shaken up about it, but she's also like starting to think about Ryle and like what his reactions would be if she started a relationship with Atlas. And it's so sad, but also she is still writing to Ellen which I know a lot of people hated that component, but like, you know, I don't know, I don't mind it. Stop, I'm gonna cry. Okay, listen. Alright, it's not that sad, but like, I think I'm PMSing because everything's making me cry right now. But here goes Atlas. He shows up at Lily's job and he brought her lunch. I'm like tabbing, hold on. He brought her lunch, and Atlas, wait, I'm gonna read it. Atlas slides his hand slowly across the counter closer to mine. He lifts his index finger and skims it down the length of my pinky. Stop. Stop. Okay, I am obsessed with Theo. He is, whose son is this? Brad's son. He's like 12, but he's also like giving Atlas relationship advice, and I'm obsessed with his character already. He's so cute. Shut up. Oh my god. Don't mind it, my space heater's on, but I'm on my last pink tab. I'm on chapter 8. I did not prepare for this, clearly. I think I started reading at 2:16 if I'm not wrong. It's currently 2:42. I'm on page 56, and Lily and Atlas are FaceTiming, and they're probably gonna go on a date. So that's pretty much all my update. I don't want to give like spoilers, and if I do, I'll probably just edit it out because I don't want to be that person. But also I want to speak freely, you know, because that's where you get the good things in. But yeah, we'll see. If there's a spoiler, I will put it down. I will put it on the screen. page 60, 61, and they're talking about the fight that Ryle and Atlas had at the restaurant, and I really don't remember that fight, so I feel like I should have reread It Ends With Us just to get a refresher, because there's a lot of things that happen in It Ends With Us that's coming back up in this book, and I'm drawing blanks. I don't remember, so I probably should have reread it. So definitely recommend rereading it before you start, and you know, It Starts With Us, because I feel like, especially if you read it a long time ago. Hola besties, I'm currently on page 72 and Lily is about to go on a date with Atlas, and she is leaving Emerson, who's her daughter, with Ryle's sister, which I'm getting the vibe that something bad is gonna happen and he's gonna find out that she's on a date with him and he's gonna go crazy. I'm scared. That's my predictions. But I'm also excited for the date, so let's see. I pull into the parking lot at 5 minutes to 6. Lily must have been waiting for me because she exits her store and locks the door behind her before I'm even out of the car. As soon as I lay eyes on her, I get even more nervous. She looks incredible. She's wearing a black jumpsuit and heels. She pulls on her jacket and meets me in the middle of the parking lot. I lean in and greet her with a quick kiss on the cheek. You look stunning. I swear she reddens a little after I say that. Do I? I didn't sleep last night. I feel like I look 90. I think the craziest part about the story is how Lily found out that she was pregnant after leaving her abusive ex-husband. Like, that's insane. I feel like it's more realistic, yeah, because I feel like that happens all the time, but like, that's crazy. Hey guys, I'm actually in the Starbucks line. I'm having so much anxiety about pumpkin stuff going out, and so I'm here to get a iced chai with pumpkin cream cold foam, and just taking a little break from reading and stuff. But I've just been thinking about the chapters that I've read so far, so I'm on like page maybe 74, and I just feel like I'm thinking about the chapter where Ryle like has a key to Lily's apartment, which is kind of weird enough because like, yeah, you guys are co-parenting, but like him having a key after what he did, no, immediately no. Then he also has, you know, he's just like so comfortable just walking around her apartment, like using, you know, bringing over food, bringing over takeout, taking out plates, and asking about her wine. Like, just because we're co-parenting does not mean like, you know, you get to do whatever. And I feel like that just comes from Lily not having boundaries and not setting boundaries with Ryle, because this man did beat you. He did, you know, push you down the stairs. He did try to R-word you. Like, let's be real here. And I feel like I'm not really blaming her, but I'm also kind of blaming her. Hold on, I gotta put in my order. So he feels so comfortable with taking out, you know, bringing takeout to her house, using the keys, just hanging out, chilling, as if it's his own apartment and as if they're still in a relationship. Like, he did not beat this girl. Like, Lily just allows this to happen. And when she asks back for her key, he's like, well, I'll just ask for custody. We'll just discuss our custody arrangements. Like, are you kidding me? Are you not forgetting that you have anger issues? And I mean, I know like the court system is really like flawed and stuff, but chances of the mom losing custody of her child is very slim. So like, don't even. And I feel like that's even more of a red flag, is him bringing that up. It's even more of a red flag for Lily to be like, you need to fuck off. Like, but also like Lily just needs to work on setting boundaries with people, because I feel like it's a lack of boundaries that allows Raul to do this stuff. But I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen. I just had lunch. I'm back to reading. Atlas wrote Lily a letter. I'm literally freaking tearing up. I'm unwell. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. Prayers. Oh my God. I think I just figured something out. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm off here. But there's someone vandalizing Atlas's freaking restaurants, and I think I know who it is. But at the wait, I really don't know. I really don't know. But I think I know, but I don't want to say it. So we'll see. For y'all, just because I just feel like reading out loud right now. So we stop and grab to-go burgers just 2 miles from my flower shop. Atlas knows I don't want Emerson to be up too far past her bedtime, so we eat in the parking lot of Lily's Blooms. Our conversation since getting back into the city and ordering burgers had been much lighter. It isn't lost on me that I am not mortified anymore. Him being vulnerable with me seems to be the reset button I needed for our date to get back on track. We've been discussing all places we've traveled. He has me beat by a long shot considering the time he spent in the Marines. He's been to 5 different countries, and the only places I've been outside of the country is Canada. You've never been to Mexico? Atlas asked. I wiped my mouth with a napkin. Never. Did you and Raul not have a honeymoon? I hate the sound of his name in the middle of this date. No, we eloped in Vegas. Didn't have much time for honeymoon. Hey guys, if the lighting's not that great, it's because it's getting a little dark, but I got a package. I got a package because I ordered a book because Target had a buy one get one 50% off, and so I ordered a book and it came in the mail. Oh, this cover is so pretty. The book I ordered is The Risk by Al Kennedy, and then also the buy one get one 50% off. The next book I pre-ordered was It Starts With Us, which still isn't here yet. And I got this because if I'm gonna get 50% off, I'm gonna get an Al Kennedy book. And this is, I think this is the Briar U series, if I'm not wrong. I'm not really familiar with it. I just randomly ordered a book. But I love the off-campus series, and so I got this one to try. I've been reading like her newer books and I don't really like them, but I do like the older books with the scandalous covers. My thoughts on It Starts With Us. I'm currently on page 130 and it goes up to page 320, so I have about 190 pages left. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it tonight. To be fair, I probably only read maybe 3 hours because I did stop and I went to Starbucks and I was in that line for about a good 30 minutes, and then I came home, I made lunch. There was like another 30 minutes, and so I haven't really read that much, but I'm on page 130 and my thoughts are, I read where Ryle is kind of being mean to Lily and he's also trying to like get back with her, and it's like that's not gonna happen, and he's gaslighting her and Lily's just not handling well. Also, I think I vlogged this part where I was like, oh, I think I know who's breaking into Atlas's, you know, restaurants. I thought it was his mom because his mom like says asshole kind of weird, and the way it was written was like wrong, the way she says it, and so I thought it was her. But then after that I was like, no, it's not her, crazy ass. Also, I want to beat his mom's ass because I hate moms like that. She is a terrible mother, and I'm kind of surprised that like Atlas is a decent person despite, you know, his bad way of growing up. I want him to beat his ass, and also fuck Ryle. I want Ryle to die, even though he's a character. Also fuck Ryle. I hate Ryle, and I want to beat Atlas's mom's ass because she's a bad mother, and you should never let, you know, your man, your significant other, be rude to your kids. Be mean to your kids. That's just how I feel. But right now we're at a part where Atlas is trying to find out who's breaking into his restaurant, and he's trying to figure it out, and I kind of have an idea of who, and actually we know who it is. I think we know who it is, so I'm really excited. I don't want to say who it is because that would be a huge spoiler, but I'm gonna keep reading. I don't think I'll finish tonight because I also have to edit a video, but we'll see. Also, Ryle is like the most well-spoken 16-year-old I've ever met. I feel like teenagers now are a lot more mature than like I was when I was a teenager, but like he's like the most well-spoken like teenager, like so mature, so wise. Like this is what he says to Lily. He says to Lily, life is a funny thing. We only get so many years to live it, so we have to do everything we can to make sure those years are as full as they can be. We shouldn't waste time on things that might happen someday or maybe even never. What 16-year-old you know speaks so eloquently and well? I'm obsessed with this book. I love Colleen Hoover because she's like so fast-paced. I don't know, something about how she writes. Like, I tear through these books so fast, which I feel like I don't really read any other the Jamaicans coming out, any other authors like so fast as I do Colleen Hoover. Like All Your Perfects I read in like maybe 5 hours, like literally so fast. Also, Atlas is reading Lily's journals and it's kind of giving like throwbacks from when they were teenagers, which we've already read that in the first book, and we're kind of getting to see his reactions about it. And I don't know, it's like bringing up so many feelings for him because in the first book we didn't really get to see what he was feeling, and we're kind of getting to see him react to how Lily was feeling in those moments. And I just read the scene where he got beat up by her dad. Kind of crazy. Also, he found out who is breaking into his restaurants, and I don't want to say too much because it's such a spoiler, but I'm really excited to see where the book is going to go from here, especially with the burglar or like the person who was vandalizing his restaurant. I am on page 205 and Ryle is pissing me the off. I'm so mad. I hate him so much. Oh my god, I look so tired. It's not even funny. Hey guys, I forgot to film the last part of this video, which is basically my thoughts about It Starts With Us. And I do want to do a disclaimer before I go into my feelings about the book. I do want to do a disclaimer and say I'm not a critic. I know I talk a lot about books and stuff, but I'm not like the biggest critic. I'm not going to be the person who talks about like the author's writing style and whether it's good or not. I mostly just enjoy like the storyline, the plots, the characters. I'm not going to be like doing deep dive on like words they use and all of that. That's just not me. I just enjoy books and I'm just not that kind of book reviewer basically. So moving on, I read It Starts With Us last week. I read it in maybe like 6 or 7 hours. Really fast read. This is a second chance romance and this book was highly anticipated basically by everyone on Booktok, maybe everyone on Booktube, I don't know, but this book is basically the second book for It Ends With Us. And you know, this book basically got birthed to because of TikTok, because Colleen blew up on TikTok during quarantine, I believe. So this book kind of came from that because she didn't really want to write a second book. She didn't want to continue that story, but basically Booktok did bully her into making this book. So if you don't like this book, you can blame them. But I really like this book. It is a second chance romance and I loved seeing Lily's and Atlas' story continue. I did really just like seeing their individual lives and we get a little bit more, actually we got a lot of backstory about Atlas and where he came from and why things happened the way they did with him. And I don't know, I just really like this book. I really loved getting into seeing Atlas more. We get to see Lily's life post divorce from Ryle's crazy ass. But I feel like Lily she's like the, I don't want to say stereotypical, but she really encompasses what it's like to be a domestic abuse victim and life after that. And I feel like Colleen does a really good job at capturing everything that she went through and what it's like for most people. And luckily we get a happy ending for Lily and it didn't end up with like her, you know, being killed. I don't know if you can even say that word on YouTube, but you know, luckily she had a happy ending and she didn't get killed by her spouse. But you know, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I haven't really read that many books. Actually, I haven't read any book about domestic abuse, and I feel like Colleen does a really good job at capturing what it might be like for said victims, and how, you know, you have this whole internal battle and you're trying to choose the best option, and luckily we get to see Lily choose the best option for her. So love that. Overall, really love the story. I feel like we only got to see Lily and Atlas together maybe like 3 times during the whole book, but I guess that's why it's contemporary romance, because it's not fully focused on their romance. But I really did like it. I probably cried like 3 times. I don't know, there was like one page in here that it was like, wait, where is it? I think I tabbed it, but it was like where Atlas is like dating wait, that might be a spoiler, but Atlas like wrote Lily a letter and he's like, come home, Lily, and that just waterworks. I could not contain myself. Overall, I really like this book. If you've read It Starts With Us, if you've read It Ends With Us, you might like this, you might hate this. I have been trying to stay away from most of the reviews so I can, you know, formulate my own opinions, but I did see some, and obviously with any sophomore novel, any sophomore movie, anything that's like the second in the sequel, I feel like you always get like bad reviews because there was a high standard for the first one, and so I feel like a lot of people didn't really like this, or I've been seeing bad reviews because people didn't really like this because it's being compared so much to It Ends With Us. I personally liked it. I really loved how fast-paced it was. I feel like for Colleen, I can tear down a Colleen book so fast. I feel like she's like the only one I can like read in a couple hours and be done with, whereas any other book is I either get lost or like it's a bit more of a challenge. But that's pretty much my thoughts on It Starts With Us. I will give it a rating in my reading wrap up that's probably going to come out like next week, November 1st. So I'll give my rating, you know, out of 5 stars. I'm not going to give it in this video, but definitely gotta watch that. So that's pretty much my thoughts. If you have read It Starts With Us, please let me know your comments below. I feel like, I don't know, I was just really excited to read this book. I've looked forward to it since I've heard about there being a, you know, second book. So let me know if you like the book, and thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.
Ooh, I'ma pull up shawty to the side. She keep coming at me every day and night. When I left in my life started feeling right.